Hey, good morning, friends. Today is Thursday, August the 1st, 2024, and the time now is 8:18 a.m. So, the United States and South Sudan played yesterday. So, yesterday's match was the official Olympic 2024 match between the United States and South Sudan. In the United States, as I believe prior, as I assumed prior, emerged victorious. Now, the victory of the United States over South Sudan basically motivated me to flashback. In the video about the United States and South Sudan, and the fact that the United States almost lost, to South Sudan during their exhibition match prior to the Olympic. And as a result of LeBron James, in the final seconds, making a drive into or through the South Sudanese defense and making a layup and winning the game for the United States by 1 point, leading to figures in the United States, such as Gilbert Arenas, making derogatory statements or directing derogatory statements at South Sudanese, the South Sudanese national basketball team in Africa. Even with that, I did believe that one of the reasons why the United States lost is, one, because South Sudan was just good. They came and they played very hard. They had something to prove. Many of the kids or the young men on South Sudanese basketball team were playing their icons. They look up to these NBA players, such as LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and so on and so on. So they had a lot to prove. Now, they were much faster than the United States. They shot the ball better than the United States. And I do feel as if the United States actually realized, these guys are outrunning us, they are outshooting us, they are very good. We are not going to play that harder because we do not want to get any injury. So I feel like it was a strategy. Right now they are balling like crazy. We can ball as equal to them, but then if we do, that means we are going to be balling harder. To match what they are doing or even surpass how hard they are balling. But then, what if that leads to injury, which can also basically hinders our possibility of winning gold? So I feel at some point for the United States, it was a strategy, even though South Sudan outplayed them and outshined the United States. Now, I also had the belief prior to this game yesterday that the United States was going to win because now we are in the actual Olympic, And yes, the United States this year, leading to the Olympic, has won, I think it's supposed to be about 6-0, has won every game. Whether we are talking about the exhibition matches prior to the Olympics, and there are 2 matches during the Olympics. They first played Serbia, and they defeated Serbia. And then yesterday they played their second game, defeating South Sudan. Now, the game score yesterday between the United States and South Sudan was basically 103 to 86, meaning that the United States scored 103 points and South Sudan basically scored 86 points. It was a very competitive match and South Sudan very much played harder. However, the United States outshined South Sudan. And rightly so. The United States has the world's strongest basketball system. And South Sudan was basically playing the best players or the greatest players in the NBA right now. So I expected them to lose, but also they lost with grace. They play harder and harder. But the United States basically shine, and the United States top players shine. They play harder, and everything worked for them against South Sudan. But then this very much interesting though, because the exhibition match when the United States almost lost to South Sudan basically led to many Americans, such as Gilbert Arenas in this case, freaking out, okay, to the point where he basically insulted South Sudan, Africa, and everyone of the South Sudanese citizens. But now for South Sudan, I am still proud of them. They continue to represent Africa. The basketball team continues to represent the South Sudanese people, the South Sudanese nation, and Africa. And whether they lose or not, moving forward, they are demonstrating courage. We are talking about a country which not until 2011 that it came into existence, that so quick is basically riding on the shoulder of great people, okay, South Sudanese descendants or children, okay, South Sudanese sons or children, such as Manute Ball or Lualden. So these guys are doing very good, and I hope they continue to do such good things, okay, and keeping up with the African spirit, the South Sudanese spirit. So in keeping up with the spirit and the determination to succeed and to unify a people and basically to bring pride in the hearts and minds of the people, the South Sudanese national basketball team continues to challenge, okay, all odds and fighting, okay, with spirit. And with that, I do feel as if South Sudan still have the opportunity and can still make the second rounds, okay, or basically come out of their group. This is because, one, they are talented, they shoot the ball well, they are physical, they're just good. But in terms of the positions, okay, in their group, South Sudan is 1-1, basically winning against Puerto Rico and losing against the United States. The United States is 2-0, basically winning against Serbia and winning against South Sudan. Serbia is 1-0, winning against Puerto Rico and losing against the United States. And Puerto Rico is 0-2. I feel as if South Sudan can still make the second rounds of the Olympics, basically coming out of their group. Once again, because they do have the talent, they are physical, they shoot the ball well, and so on. But in order for them to make the second rounds, okay, to get out of their group, this means that they have to dominate and beat Serbia, which I feel like they can do that, especially if they can lock down Jokic, if they can keep him out of the paint and keep him from dominating, okay, from being dominant. If they can hold him to at least 10 points, they can win the game against Serbia and basically coming out of their group. For Puerto Rico, I feel like Puerto Rico is not going to beat the United States. Not so much that because the United States is talented, but also because of ego. The Americans right now are in full spirit, okay? It is about ego. They want to win every game and basically celebrate or propagate their reputation as the best players in the world and the best basketball team in the world. So they are going to come hard and beat Puerto Rico. Now, the game between South Sudan and Serbia is going to be tough. It's going to be probably one of the best games, I feel like, in the Olympic this year. Because Serbia is going to come hard and Jokic is going to come hard. But South Sudan, okay, being number 33 or 37 in the world, being as physical as they had been and shooting the ball as they had been, or handling the ball as they had been, they do have the coaching staff to basically motivate their players and enable them to play hard and to basically contest every ball, every shot, every play with or against Serbia. But I feel like it is going to be tough for them because Jokic is going to be dominant, okay, and he's going to lead his team. But I believe also that South Sudan is going to challenge them. and they do have the possibility and the likelihood of exiting their group, basically making it to the second round of the Olympic. I'm going to end here, friends. Please tell me what you think. Join the conversation. Thank you very much for being a member of the Echoing Voice community. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching the Echoing Voice. Peace.